It's 3 a.m., it's the witching hour. The witching hour, or the devil's hour, is a time of night that is associated with supernatural events, whereby witches, demons, and ghosts are thought to appear and be at their most powerful. Yeah, right, I don't buy it. This is a bunch of hogwash.
Hogwash? Rubbish.
And to prove it, I'm gonna review one of the most disturbing films of all time, Audition. We're gonna break down the differences between this and what is a traditional scary movie. And no. We're also gonna examine what makes a movie disturbing, why this has had a lasting impact, and even one thing I think that this could do better. Oh, and did I mention we're gonna be doing all of this during the witching hour? Come get me, ghouls! Come get me, demons! But we still have some time before the witching hour, so we need to get some supplies.
I thought about getting a Ouija board as a gag, but I got scared for some reason. I don't even believe in that, so I don't know why it made me nervous, but here we are.
Anyway, Audition's a pretty simple movie. It's about a middle-aged man who puts on a film audition to try and meet his one true love. It's like elite Japanese late 90s Tinder. He falls for a 24-year-old beautiful woman made out of sticks. Spoiler alert! And the rest of the film is about these two coming together, all while she may not be who she seems. We got the goods! Now, witching hour is fast approaching, but first, we need to talk about what makes something scary. I've been asked so many times what the scariest movie ever is, what the scariest movie I've ever seen is, and I've never known what to tell them. Everybody thinks different things are scary. Some people think skeletons are scary, ooh, bones, which makes it impossible to compare something like The Conjuring to Audition. You might jump more in The Conjuring, but you'll probably squirt a diarrhea out in Audition. Two different things. So is this scary? No, it's not. It's terrifying. Oh, I just blew out the candle. In fact, it's so far removed from that type of horror, it's shocking. In fact, barely anything scary happens for like half the runtime. We go on dates and generally have fun until this happens. Even though it's not horrifying at all for large chunks, this will still stick with me for years. Have you ever seen a creepier smile? My God. How do you summon a demon? Demon, demon, here I am. Demon, demon, kiss my yam. So if it's not scary, what makes Audition so disturbing? Could it be the gruesome and hard to sit through torture sequences? Surprisingly, no. Although, they are hard to sit through. And for a lot of people, I think it would be too much, I'll admit. I know body horror is so yucky, but where this really makes its disturbing money is by how it plays to the audience. Have you ever been on an awkward first date? Have you ever dated someone younger than you and felt kind of weird about it? Have you ever gone on a date with somebody and immediately felt that they were off? We've all listened or watched some sexy true crime documentaries or podcasts, so we know that this type of thing happens. What happens in the movie? A girl tortures a guy, people get killed, serial killings happen all the time. We know this. So it plays on the fact that we know that. It plays on our intrinsic fear of a stranger, of people we don't know, and maybe that sickly feeling you get in your stomach when you meet somebody.
Gonna hang out? Gonna watch a movie?
You scared the cuss out of us!
These are the things the film deals with, and because of these things, it's relatable to the audience. This could happen to you, and it plays on that fear so perfectly, which makes it almost unbearable to sit through. You can only have 5 minutes of gruesome content like this does, and still have audiences walking away sick to their stomach for days or weeks afterward because it's so relatable. But this is only part of why it's had a lasting impact. In fact, I think the next point here is even more important to its lasting legacy. I guarantee there's more than a handful of people that watched this ending and went, It's cutting to flashbacks with different dialogue than before, showing footage of things we haven't seen yet, and even showing perspectives we haven't followed once. It's confusing, but I think it builds one of the most fascinating elements of the film. It forces you to re-examine the characters and think about what the protagonist is or means in this scenario. Obviously, the father character is the lead, the good guy, but the ending shows us a view into, as Asami says, how his mind works.
自分がどんな人間かが分かるのも苦しいことや辛いことだけなの。辛い目にあった時だけ自分の心の形が分かるのよ。
We see him thinking about all the women in his life, his dead wife, a co-worker he had an affair with, even his son's girlfriend, and of course, Asami. It makes you go, oh, he might not be a good guy. Obviously, Asami isn't. She's literally putting needles into his eyeballs and cutting his feet off, but damn if it doesn't make you feel for her to some degree. She wants to be happy, she wants love, but at every turn, the men in her life exploit, abuse, or take advantage of her. So it's no wonder she wants to viciously murder them. I would too. As a man, am I part of the problem? Bonner alert! This is the true reason it sticks with you, though. It's real and tragic and uncompromising with not only its visuals and its gruesome imagery, but its characters as well. They're complex and deep, and it manages to make you empathize and sympathize with a vicious murderer who cuts people's feet and tongue off. But it also does a great job of not making anything obvious. The last bit can be confusing and a little bit jumbled, it feels like, but everything is intentional and laid out in a way that you can get a lot out of it if you just pay attention. So draw your own conclusions, damn it, you animals. I don't have to explain everything. Look at this cut, my God. So now we're down to it, the end of the witching hour. I wish something would have happened for you guys, because it would have been such a fun video to go talk about and share, but I digress. This brings us to the last thing I wanted to talk about, the one thing that I think could make this better. And to prove it, let's watch a quick scene. The piano in this is so melodramatic, it just doesn't work. Now imagine you just watched a disgusting, horrifying, revolting, disturbing horror movie, and then you got these end credits. The music simply doesn't work, and if you want to know more about how to make great music and how to elevate a film with music, check this video out, and don't forget to subscribe for next week's video on The Omen.